configuration of trunking and STP. My name is Kedar Tandekar and I am a Cisco certified internet or expert in enterprise infrastructure. So if you have any question, then please feel free to mail me on kedartandekar@nittraining.in. So today we will be configuring the trunking and STP. So the first task is for VLAN and trunking configuration. We have to configure the layer 2 switch port into access mode and also in VLAN as per the diagram. Also, all the interswitch link must be configured dynamically into the trunking mode using .1q encapsulation. So let's start the configuration. So these are my 4 switches. So this is first layer 2 switch, this is second layer 2 switch. So I have to configure the port E0/0 into VLAN 2 and E0/1 into VLAN 3. Same thing on second layer 2 switch, E0/0 into VLAN 2 and E0/1 into VLAN 3. So let's start the configuration. First layer 2 switch, config key, interface E0/0, switch port mode access, switch port access, VLAN 2, and after that E0/1, switch port mode access, switch port access, VLAN 3. So we have not created the VLAN, that's why switches are creating the VLAN automatically. After that config T, interface second layer 2 switch, E0/0, switch port mode access, switch port access, VLAN 2, and now E0/1, switch port mode access, switch port access, VLAN 3. So we have configured the ports into VLAN, that's why switches are creating the VLAN 2 and VLAN 3 on my layer 2 switches. But for layer 3 switches, when we configure the trunk, we should have the VLAN 2 and VLAN 3 so that they can create the STP instance. So VLAN 2 and VLAN 3 on layer 3 switch also we have to create this config T, VLAN 2 and VLAN 3. Now for the trunk configuration, all the interswitch link must be configured dynamically into the trunking mode. So these are my links. So before we configure dynamically into the trunking mode, let's verify that what switches have done. So here if we check on the first layer 2 switch, command is show interface trunk. So here we can see that the switches have done the trunking configuration automatically using DTP mode, dynamic desirable. If we verify this on all the remaining switches, so here also on the layer 3 switch and second layer 3 switch. So switches have done the trunking configuration dynamically using dynamic desirable mode. The only thing is that we have to change the we have to change the encapsulation. So the task is saying that we have to use the .1q encapsulation. So let's change the encapsulation method. Interface range E0/2 and 3 on the first layer 2 switch, switch port trunk encapsulation .1q, interface range E0/2 and 3, switch port trunk encapsulation .1q on layer 3 switch also. All the 4 interfaces, interface range E0/0 and 3, switch port trunk encapsulation .1q, and second layer 3 switch, interface range E0/0 and 3, switch port trunk encapsulation .1q. So let's verify it again. So here we can see that now my layer 3 switch 2 is using the encapsulation .1q. Same thing on the first layer 2 switch, here also encapsulation is .1q now. So here we can see that all the switches are doing the trunking mode dynamically and also they are using the encapsulation .1q. Now the next task is for native VLAN and allowed VLAN configuration. The trunk port should send the untagged traffic for VLAN 2. Also the switches should allow the traffic of VLAN 2 and VLAN 3 on their trunk ports. So these are my trunk ports. So we have to configure the native VLAN 2 on all these trunk ports and we have to allow the VLAN 2 and VLAN 3 traffic only. So here we can see that currently the native VLAN is 1 on all the switches. So we have to configure the native VLAN 2. Okay, so let's start with the first layer 2 switch. Config the interface range is E0/2 and 3, switch port, trunk, native VLAN 2. Second layer 2 switch port, trunk, native VLAN 2. First layer 3 switch port, trunk, native VLAN 2. And second layer 3 switch port, trunk, native VLAN 2. So let's verify it again. So now we can see the native VLAN 2 is configured on all the trunk ports. On layer 3 switch 2, now on layer 3 switch 1 also we can see that the native VLAN is configured to 2. Second layer 2 switch, here also native VLAN is 2 now, and first here also native VLAN is 2. Okay, now we have to allow the VLAN 2 and VLAN 3 traffic on this trunk port. So currently we can see that they are allowing the traffic for all the VLANs, so we have to configure that they should allow the traffic only for VLAN 2 and VLAN 3. So the same interface range is 0/2 and 3, switch port, trunk, allowed VLAN 2 and 3. 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 So if we verify it again, now we can see that the layer 3 switch 2 is now allowing the traffic for only VLAN 2 and VLAN 3 on its trunk ports. Same thing for layer 3 switch 1, here is also allowing the traffic for VLAN 2 and VLAN 3. Layer 3 switch 2 also VLAN 2 and VLAN 3, he is also allowing VLAN 2 and VLAN 3. And for layer 2 switch 1, he is also allowing the traffic for VLAN 2 and VLAN 3 on his trunk port. Okay. Now the third task is for the STP root configuration. So layer 3 switch 1 should be the root bridge for VLAN 2, and layer 3 switch 1 should be the backup root bridge for VLAN 3. So let's start the configuration. So this is my layer 3 switch 1. So this has to be a root bridge for VLAN 2 and backup root bridge for VLAN 3. Layer 3 switch 1. So config T. So spanning dash tree VLAN 2. I will configure it primary for VLAN 2, and for VLAN 3 secondary. So this will be my backup for VLAN 3, this switch. And now layer 3 switch 2 should be a root bridge for VLAN 3, and layer 3 switch 2 should be a backup root bridge for VLAN 2. So layer 3 switch 2 spanning dash tree VLAN 3, it should be a primary, and for VLAN 2 it should be a secondary. So now if we verify the configuration, so spanning dash tree, let's say for VLAN 2 first. So here we can see that this is my layer 3 switch 1, and now layer 3 switch 2 for VLAN 2. So here we can see that layer 3 switch 1 is the root bridge now, and layer 3 switch 2 is a backup root bridge. And what about VLAN 3? For VLAN 3, my layer 3 switch 2 is a root bridge, and layer 3 switch 1 is the backup root bridge. Okay, so we have done the configuration. Now let's check the connectivity from VLAN 2 to VLAN 2, that means from PC5 to 7.5 pin 10.1.1.2. so we are getting the reachability. Now from VLAN 3 to VLAN 3, that means from PC6 to PC8 pin 11.1.1.2. So here also we are getting the reachability. So thanks for watching the video. If you have any question, then please feel free to mail me on kedarlandekar@nittraining.in. Thank you.